Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this November the 16th, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Saturday out there somewhere. Everybody had a great Saturday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be talking about Tropical Storm Sara, which is located near Honduras Bay, in just north of Honduras. You can see it on the satellite imagery here, getting kind of poorly organized at this time. Kind of got a lot of activity to the north, to the south, and the center of rotation is starting to get a little bit of dry air trying to wrap into the system on the satellite imagery, and the National Hurricane Center dies it out on the forecast cone here. Dies it out about Monday at 12 a.m. Right over Mexico. So, but the computer models got it, still shows it moving across Mexico. I mean the Gulf of Mexico and then off Florida, but we will show you that in just a few minutes. Alright, we still got the tropical storm warnings from here, up here near Belize, the portion of Belize, all the way down to a portion of Honduras coastal areas. Tropical storm force winds here in the yellow. This was at 6 p.m. this evening. The center of location of the storm was located at latitude 16.5 north, longitude 87.2 west. Maximum sustained winds 45 miles an hour with higher gusts, moving to the west at 5 miles an hour. Classified as tropical storm with winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour. Alright, let's take a look at the forecast. Computer model got it. Our spaghetti-o model, we call it. As you can see, here's the current position of the storm. Moves it into Belize City, across Mexico, into the Gulf of Mexico. Pretty well compacted all the way through about 72 hours. Then it kind of converged a little bit. Some of it said that it could make landfall in the Panhandle to the Big Bend. One wants to take it across South Florida out into the coastal water, but the other one, like I said, wants to make a landfall somewhere in the Panhandle, Florida, all the way to the Big Bend area of Florida, and move it across southeast Georgia and then out into the Atlantic coastal water. So something we will continue to monitor and see if it can regenerate back into Tropical Storm Sara as it crosses the mountainous terrain of Mexico. Alright, if you haven't on my channel, make sure you subscribe, also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see we got about 40 knot winds. They get to 45 miles an hour. Then it kind of drops off into a tropical depression. Then the guidance wants to take it back into a tropical storm and kind of remain a tropical storm for a while. There's a few computer models keeps it as just a tropical wave, so we'll have to continue to monitor this and see what happens. Alright, let's move on to the tropical weather page. We'll show you what's remaining in the tropics. Okay, here are the graphics here. As you can see, only one we got is Sara, nothing else across the tropical Atlantic at this time. Alright, let's move to the watching advisory map for your location across the nation. Alrighty, still waiting on it to come up here. Alright, you can see here we have some special weather statements up here around Boston, Connecticut, Rhode Island, portion of New York State. Coastal flood advisory around New Jersey, Delaware, DC area. We have some frost advisory across portion of eastern Virginia, central and eastern North Carolina. River flood warnings across portion of South Carolina and Georgia. Coastal, we have some hydro issues over portion of Florida. Some coastal flood advisories also for Louisiana and coastal areas of Texas. Flood watches also in effect for Texas and Oklahoma. We have a few high wind warnings in effect for portion of Texas. Also has some winter weather advisory over southern New Mexico. Special weather statements and high wind warnings over portions of Wyoming. High wind watches, winter weather advisories up here in Montana. So winter storm warnings there as well for Idaho, stretching into Washington, Oregon State. Winter weather advisories in portion of North Dakota. Hydro issues over here in portion of Washington, Oregon State, Northern California. Freeze warnings and frost advisory across central and southern areas of California. Small craft advisory stretching from Maine all the way down to the east coast of Florida, a little bit across southeast Texas, then again from Southern California to northern to Washington State. Hawaiian Chain Islands still got the small craft advisories. Also some red flag warnings there as well. So we have some freezer spray warning, winter storm warnings to the west of Alaska and around the area. Coastal areas we have gale warnings and small craft advisories. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day number 2, which is your Sunday. General thunderstorm from Seattle to Medford to northwestern California. General thunderstorm from Albuquerque to El Paso to Brownsville to portions of Tulsa. And then from Oklahoma all the way to Waco to Austin, San Antonio, Lubbock. Marginal risk of severe weather there. If you live in Wichita Falls, Abilene, Midlands, Fort Stockton, surrounding areas, slight risk for severe weather. Tornado probability. We have a 5% here around Lubbock down to Abilene, 2% from Fort Steele all the way to Fort Stockton. Damaging winds, 5%. We have 5 to 15%. 15% in the yellow, 5% in the brown. And let's take a look at the large hail, 5% across Texas. Alright, let's take a look at day number 3, which is Monday. Okay, as you can see, we have a general thunderstorm for Prairie, Illinois, down to Mobile, Alabama, Corpus Christi, back over to Woodward, Oklahoma, then from Wichita all the way down to Houston, San Antonio, New Orleans, Jackson, Greenville, Little Rock up to Springfield, marginal risk, then from Norman, Oklahoma, Dallas, you're included, slight risk for severe weather, should be 5 and 15% respectively. Yep, in the same vicinity. Alright, and let's take a look at the rainfall totals. As you can see, we got some heavy precipitation over here in southwestern Canada, stretching over to Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, also down northwest California, portions of the northwestern Pacific Ocean. Also more heavy precipitation from Texas all the way into portions of Ohio, portions of Iowa, also in the Kansas, Nebraska region, Oklahoma, and there's that tropical system bringing a lot of moisture here from the Gulf all the way into Alabama, portions of Florida, along the Gulf Coast. Lighter amounts over here from Virginia down into the eastern, through much of South Carolina and eastern Georgia. And then heavy precipitation up here, portions across the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley, stretching into portions of southeast Canada and northeastern Maine, as well as in the coastal waters. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos. Enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. And we'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Saturday evening, folks. Take care.